Yo, what up with it is Bizzle, and you are now watching Wado Radio Backstage.
Everybody lends an ear. I wanna thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all on the Wado Radio Show.
Of course, it's DJ Wado, the big homie Bizzle here.
We
live at Legacy.
Yes, sir.
What's up, homie?
Good, man. Just traveling and trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
You've been on the road a lot, man.
Yeah.
But I follow you on the gram, man.
Yeah, man.
You on the road a lot, brother.
Out here just trying to move and get it in while I still can, while I'm still young.
Yeah. I know you've been working on a new record too, man.
Yeah. It's actually, for the most part, it's done, man.
Really?
I'm just working on some things, tying some strings up behind the scenes so that when we drop it, you know what I'm saying, we get the most out of it.
I feel you. I love the Lauryn Hill sample joint you put out, man. Like, one, a lot of people thought that was a straight feature.
Yeah, because they not up on Lauryn.
They not up on that Unplugged record.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That Unplugged joint was a classic.
Yeah.
But yeah. I was like, nah. That's why when I put it on the artwork, I was like, not featuring Lauryn Hill, because I knew they was gonna be like, yo, Bizzle, and I don't want to come across like I'm lying or fronting. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I said not, and you clearly thought yes, she is,
that's on you.
You know what I'm saying? But we actually have another version of that coming out,
really?
Man. Yeah. Because now, like I expected, we didn't get the clearance on the joint. But I never expected to get the clearance. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I dropped it because it was a record that I've been wanted to do. I've been wanted to sample that. Yeah. So I reached out to Marv. I was like, yo, can you sample this line and that line? And you know, he sent me back a banger. And I originally wanted to do like a free EP where I rock nothing but samples that I know I can't clear. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna still do it. But yeah, man, the response was good. But I actually have a different version. I got Dilemma to kind of go in and remake the track a little bit, but it still got Marv, you know, touch on there. Yeah. And then we got Kafia Rollerson to sing the hook. I just wrote a little different melody on there and you know, changed it up, but it's still dope. So when y'all get the album, y'all already got the Lauryn Hill version for free, but when you get the album, you get a new little vibe.
A new not for sale.
Yeah, not for sale.
Yeah. What drew you to her and that record in particular? You know, because just being 100, most people when they think Lauryn Hill, they thinking they miseducation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when she did the Unplugged album, I remember she caught flack when that happened, and I always felt like I was like, man, y'all not listening to what she's saying though. Like,
yo, I think she started talking that talk.
Yeah.
And so when you start speaking certain truths, they have to ruin your credibility to affect how people listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You can be telling me all kind of real stuff, but if I make you look crazy, then people are going to listen through the, she's just crazy
lens.
Type. You know what I'm saying? It kills your credibility. So, man, I always, like, Lauryn Hill's always been one of my favorite artists. Especially, like, I always loved the Unplugged joint. I done bought that joint a couple times. Left one in Cali, left one in Houston the first time. But that joint is fire, man. And she was speaking she's speaking with a boldness that I don't even hear a lot of dudes speak. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely respected that. So I always wanted to, you know what I'm saying? If I couldn't get her on the record, because I wanted to get on that Mr. Range Rover record originally, and I actually got the chance to put a demo version in her hands, you know what I'm saying? But we never got to connect on that, so I made this happen just for my own, you know what I'm saying? It's only so many people, especially when you come from the world. Like, one of my biggest influences was Pac, you know what I'm saying? Can't do a record with him.
Can't do that.
Well, I could still, and a lot of people you grow up listening to, the messages clash, but with Lauryn, I can still rock on a Lauryn record, you know what I'm saying? Because her message never really clashed with my message.
Yeah. How many label opportunities have you had where people wanted you to kind of switch up what you were doing?
I don't know. Like, initially when I dropped Explaining to Do, it's funny, I had a couple, you know, millionaire cats come at me, and they was on totally different sides. Like, one of them was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I want to rock with you, yada, yada, yada. but you just, you know what I'm saying, you can't be going to Jay and like, I got business relationships and you know what I'm saying? And then somebody else came, was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I love that, man. You know, my uncle, he produces gospel, and he was like a big promoter or something, like super on some Toyota Center, Staples Center, Black Eyed Peas type promoter. He was like, yo, man, I love that, man. I'm a rebel. Keep going at these cats, man. You know what I'm saying? So, well, one of them I had to be like, yo, if the Lord say to go, I got to go. And then with the other one, it's like, yo, but if the Lord don't say go, I can't just be going at cats. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I've had a couple different opportunities just with Wonder and just people might be in the studio and he plays a record I just sent him and different stuff like that. I haven't really entertained much of it. This time around though, I'm thinking of maybe partnering with somebody. Like I got to keep my full creative control. I'm really not all for signing to somebody as an artist, but I can definitely, if we can make it work, maybe partner on a project, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's definitely been a few opportunities. Yeah. But I'm just trying to be led by God, man. I never want to be led by opportunities because you never know where they from. Like, you know, Satan took Jesus up on the temple, was like on the pinnacle, and was like, yo, all of this I'll give you if you know what I'm saying? Like all opportunities are not of God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to make sure I'm doing it the way. I don't want to grab that steering wheel and be like, yo, now they got the deals coming. I got this, you know what I'm saying? So, man, be anxious for nothing, man. So I'm chilling. I'm not jumping at anything, and I just want to be led.
It's good, man. It's good. It's amazing, man. I just remember when you first came on the scene and just seeing how far God has taken your ministry and how faithful you've been to it, brother. Like, it's encouraging to see it, dude, just as a homie. Like, just to see that progression, man.
Man, God is faithful, man. Yeah. You know, I got in this joint. I was super rough around the edges. And you know, some people stoned me, but some people loved me through it and saw that sometimes you can, you know,
your heart was in the right place.
Exactly. Your heart's in the right place. And as far to my knowledge, I still stand by anything I said. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think I'm maturing a little bit. But if I still got to go to war, I'll go like explain to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I just think that's my calling, man. But it always has to be because I'm led, and it can't be out of anger. It can't be, you know what I'm saying? I start realizing like that blasphemy initially, it was like, yo, every time somebody said something, I wanted to go in.
You wanted to go.
And then eventually the Lord started showing me like, yo, I can't fight everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just started happening so much. Like, I'm about to be out here swinging at everybody who say something foul about the Lord, and I'm never going to get ministry done. You know what I'm saying? So I just always want to be led and make sure if the Lord, you know what I'm saying, write a check, then, you know, that joint ain't going to bounce. So if he send me to war, I'm good. If I go to war on my own, I might mess around and get mashed on. So
I feel like now a lot of what I've heard you going to war against isn't necessarily directed at an individual, but it's directed more so at a principle or a spiritual type of concept or connotation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, that's like the war we fight isn't flesh and blood.
And see, and that's the thing. I think it was always about principle, but I just never had any problem with pointing out examples.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're an example, if I'm trying to tell people, yo, this is what's going on, and you are an example.
Yeah. You the ringleader.
and I could be like, yo, like, look at this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got to show you an example so you know I'm not just making stuff up. Yep. So every time when I put those videos out, I would have all kind of evidence to show what I was talking about. Yeah. So it's definitely about principles, and if you, and it's kind of, I don't know if this is mature or not, but in my writing process, because a lot of times it might come up to say somebody's name, and sometimes I'll be like, maybe I'm not going to say his name. Then I'll be like, well, shoot, he ain't do that when he was about to say Jesus' name. So I'm gonna say it anyway. And it's not really, it's never attack on the person. It's like, if I'm like, yo, I'm trying to convince people cigarettes, yo, they kill you. If I know somebody who's dying of lung cancer, I might point to that person as an example. It could be my cousin. Yo, I'm telling you, man, my cousin right now, he's dealing with this. Or I got a little brother in jail because he did A, B, C. I'm pointing to him as an example, but I'm not bashing him. I'm bashing the principle of that mindset, and I'm showing you an example of what it looks like in the flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good, bro.